Woohoo! What's up, everybody? So, judging by what you see here, we're gonna talk about my first competition. So let me go ahead and put this back because my medals are like my children, and I do not want to like mess them up or drop them and have them get like a scratch because I literally like my medals are literally like I said like my kids, and I got 8 kids. So, granted, I have favorite medals than others. Like I think I got like 2 silvers and 1 bronze. Those are like my step kids. My real kids are like my golds. So yeah, man. So let's get right to it. So pretty much so I did my first competition back in October 26th. I'm never gonna forget. It's under U.S. Grappling. I don't know if you guys know this, but anyway, U.S. Grappling is like a big tournament out in the eastern part of the country, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, so pretty much I was out there, and I did my first competition under U.S. Grappling, and what I did was this was my first competition. I was preparing, the competition was in October, so I was preparing, training from July, August, September, and October. So it was like, pretty good. But, I was training, I was doing all this training, and the day finally came. So my instructor was gonna be there because it's like my first competition. So I guess he wanted to be there, and another one of my training partners slash buddy of mine, I decided to ride with Tim, so we were gonna go over there. Everybody else, they were busy. I understand. Competition life isn't for everyone. People got social lives and stuff, so they couldn't really go over there and I guess support me, which I don't need anybody's support, to be honest. I just need a ride. So yeah, man. So we went over there, and my buddy was like, no, I was about to gi up because I was just doing gi because I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. Big mistake. I should have done no gi and gi as well. Another buddy of mine was like, yo, Ricardo, whenever you compete, you need to try to at least see if you can afford to do a lot of divisions because, like you're going to go out there and compete, so you might as well, get the most out of that day. And so I took that, advice to heart, and I applied it for my next competitions. But for this one, I just wanted to do one division and see how it played out. Like, I've never done a competition ever. Like, all the competitions that I've done were like, science fair, math fair, all that BS that no one cares about. So this was like an athletic competition. Like, I've never done anything athletic, competitive wise. So I just did gi division. And so I was about to gi up, and my buddy was like, bro, what you doing? Like, you do know we're about to, like, it's going to be a long wait. And I was like, really? It's not going to be a long wait. Boy, we got there at 10. I got into the weigh-ins. Everything was good. I wasn't too fat. We went over there. I was sitting around. We got there at 10. My match did not start till 6. I'm talking about 10 a.m. and the matches did not start till 6 p.m. And I was like, so that was like from 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. That's like an 8-hour day of me. Literally, I was just sitting around, like sleeping. I was binge watching J-Lo's music videos. I was trying to trying to calm, I guess, I wasn't really nervous. I was just more like trying to take it all in of, I'm about to compete. I was trying to get into that competitive mindset. Boy, that was a long day. And I ain't gonna lie, I started getting sleepy like around 4. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I always do like on Saturdays and Sundays and Fridays, I always literally have like a 4 o'clock nap. Like, that's when my naps are scheduled at 4 o'clock. Or 4 p.m. So, 4 p.m. was coming, and I was like, like I was falling asleep, and I was like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do? Like I cannot fall asleep. And so I was like trying to stay awake. I was watching Becky G. I was watching J Lo. I was watching, Pitbull music videos. Like just trying to, keep my eyes open and try to stay awake. I did not want to watch any of the matches though. I did not want to I don't know. Okay, so I guess this is the only thing. This was the part that made me nervous. Was the whole watching other people compete, because it's like, I don't know, man. Like I just don't feel comfortable watching other people compete. I just don't, especially if I'm competing. I just don't want to jeopardize how I want to move. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see them rolling and doing a match and have that influence what I'm gonna do on the mat. So I was like, let me just go ahead and just binge watch J Lo, and we be good. And so finally, after 8 years, after a bazillion hours later, it was my turn to compete. And I was like, let's get it. At this point, I was frustrated. I was like, because I was frustrated, because my matches was supposed to start at 2, but it did not start till 6. So I was like, let's get it. Come at me, bro. And so I was like, it was just incredible, It was just phenomenal. It's going to go down one of my best moments of my entire life, point blank period. So I went over there, we slapped in both fists, and turns out the guy that was refereeing went up against my instructor at a super fight, and obviously he beat my instructor. So it was kind of interesting to see that he was now being the referee. Woo. Anyway, however, one thing that I realized is that once I started doing a lot of competitions, I started seeing a lot of familiar faces. Like the referees would literally referee other competitions in the area, and so it became a regular it became one of those, I remember you, I know you, I saw you in my last competition, that type of deal. So I step on the mat, slap hands, bump fists, and we go at it. And for 2 minutes straight, literally the matches were literally 5 minutes. For literally 2 minutes, a big chunk of the match was literally me fighting for grips, fighting for the lapel, and I'm just you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get him off me, trying to grip him, and then I'm trying to think. I can't remember what happened. I need to go back and watch my match. But I did something stupid, or my opponent did something, and he ended up pulling guard, and I ended up in his close guard, and then he shot his legs up and immediately got me into a freaking triangle. However, in order to fully choke, someone out in a triangle, it's gotta be, you gotta push down their head, and you gotta put the pressure on their neck. And I was like, whenever he got me into the actual triangle, he got me to a triangle, but he wasn't squeezing it right, so I could still breathe. And I immediately was like, I got no neck. I don't have a neck. And then I could just tell everybody, my buddy of mine and my instructor, they were like, posture. They were all freaking out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, the first thing that came to my mind was I gotta get out of this choke. I did not wait 8 hours just to be choked out in front of all this crowd and to lose my first match ever. That's not what I came here for. So I immediately was wheezing. I sounded like a freaking donkey. I was breathing through my mouthpiece, trying to posture up. And I can't remember what I did, but I think I guess I postured up. And then I eventually, I don't know, I can't remember what I did, but eventually I got out of a triangle and I somehow ended up in side control. I don't know how that's possible, but I remember I was in side control, and then we had to start over because so many things happened in those moments. The referee even lost count. He was like, hold up. So he got this points, he got these points, and then they were they talking to the scorekeepers and stuff, because a lot has happened, because I think homeboy got like advantage points and I got like real points. So they were like, you know, calculating it up. And so then, I started from side control, and the next thing you know, I got into mount. Boom, 4 points. Boom. So next thing you know, granted, like I got flipped over, but I had that close guard, and I already won, man. Like I won for like passing. I think I got 3 points for passing, 4 points for mount. So it was like 7-2. So all I did was just I held him against my legs. So yeah, man. So yeah. So I won that match. It was the best feeling ever. I was like, I won. So, but I ain't gonna lie. The next match I was too exhausted to even do anything that I lost. But I was happy because that was like a wake up call to me, because that's what made me realize that I know the techniques, I know what I want to do, but I need to like literally like I need to boost up my cardio. Like I literally need to like do more workouts, to pretty much be more athletic, Like I can't get worn out by just 10 minutes of hard grappling. So that's what I learned from my first match, first competition. However, 2 weeks later, I ended up winning double gold, and that was a different experience. So I'll save that story for another time. So hope you guys have a great one, and follow me on social media and subscribe. And if you don't like this video, let me know. I'm not afraid. Come at me, bro. Come at me with your rude comments and stuff. I live for the hate. Later.